Hier ist die Lydia. Heute ist Samstag, nicht Freitag. Und ich habe kein Video in 3 Wochen gemacht. Und heute ist so ein schöner Tag. And why is today such a great day? One answer. Heute is going to be Brigadeiro Day. For all of you that don't know, which is probably everybody that hasn't been to Brazil or somewhere in Southern America, Southern America, kill me. My host sister Nora, she spent last year as an exchange student in Brazil, and she came back with this magical discovery of the most delicious food ever besides doner, and that is, well, you make it with this, and then yeah, you make this, and then it's so good. You put it in a pan. It's sweetened condensed milk, basically. You put it in a pan and you use like Nesquik, like the chocolate milk powder. You put that in too, and then you just cook it for like forever. And then when it's done, it's, I don't know, like caramely, chocolatey, really, really, really good. So today I don't have any list on my arm like I did that one time about what to talk about, but I do have a couple things about weird things that Germans do, or weird things that I do, I guess. The one time, a couple weeks ago, I was making a sandwich, you know, the average sandwich with ham and lettuce and mustard, and my host sister looked at me and I don't know, she was like, "Are you drunk?" I was like, "No." Why? And because apparently it was so weird that I was putting mustard on the sandwich, because I don't know, mustard is not approved of in the red world known as Germany. But one of these times I went to this American football game, and of course they have like the concession stand, and they're trying to be so American, so they have hot dogs there and everything. And okay, I think it was 3 Germans, I witnessed them each buy a hot dog and which condiments they put on it. A hot dog, just a normal hot dog with mayonnaise, ketchup, and like, you know those crispy fried onions? Yeah, those too. What? Like, okay, I've gotten used to the French fries with mayonnaise here, but a hot dog with mayonnaise and then like fried onions? What? I could never do that. I just realized everything I've talked about so far has revolved around food. So my brother and 2 other cool cats are coming to visit in a couple weeks, and I'm so excited. I can't even wait. And that also means that any nice gifts that you would like to send to Germany but you don't really want to pay for postage, that could easily be given to my brother, or Mike Raymond, or Ben Payne, and it would easily reach me. Just saying, if anybody has been worrying about it. And in these nice gifts you might want to include something like Reese's, or Reese's Puffs, or peanut butter, or frosted animal crackers, oh my god. Or those, you know those Fritos, the twisty ones, the barbecue ones? So tasty. Also non-existent in Germany, or not existent, non-existent? Also non-existent in Germany. What else? Anything Buffalo Sabres or Buffalo Bills related, I need to represent, and I am lacking representation. So how have you been, other people that watch my videos? Because I mean, I haven't posted a video in a whole long time. But that was because I was on Easter break, and then I was lazy, and then I had something else going on, for sure. Since I'm just kind of rambling, I guess I could tell a couple embarrassing stories. The first, I always have a duct tape wallet, and my previous duct tape wallet was really getting pretty beat up, like the sides of it didn't exist exactly, so I was like, alright, time for Lydia to make a new duct tape wallet. So I had to go get my supplies, which consist of duct tape. And so I went to the average store where they would sell duct tape. And little did I know that there's like 50 million different kinds of duct tape. What? So I went up to the guy working and I was like, "Excuse me, sir, can you please explain to me the difference between these duct tapes?" And he was going on and on about differences and things that I didn't care about really, because it didn't really make any sense to me. I'm not a duct tape expert like him. And so he's like, "Well, basically it just depends on what you need it for." So then I pulled my duct tape wallet out of my bag and I was like, "So something like this?" And he just gave me a look like this. And then he was like, "You want that duct tape there." And it was kind of embarrassing because I felt the judgment from his awful stare. He was like, "These silly Americans coming to Germany and creating silly duct tape wallets and such." And then my other embarrassing story happened yesterday. Oh, it was terrible. Okay, so my host mom is currently, she left yesterday for London, and she called me in a panic like an hour before her plane left because she had forgotten her cable for her computer. So she's like, "Oh, Lydia, can you bring it to the airport?" And I was like, "Alrighty." It takes like an hour to get to the airport or so. So I was like, "Okay, I'll leave now. It's gonna like really cut it close." So I'm running, getting everything that I need, which I forgot my iPod, and let me tell you, an hour in the subway without an iPod is pretty boring. And yeah, so I grabbed her cable cord. I was out of the house and to the subway station in 5 minutes. It was a record. And but like you have to buy an extra subway ticket to get to the airport because it's out of zones. It's a different zone. So I didn't have time though because I mean I had 5 minutes really. So I was like, "Yeah, I've never been controlled going to the airport. There's no way they'll control me here." Yep, I thought wrong. But I was so crafty that when they were coming down, I knew I was out of the zones. But I was like, I passed them and I was like, "Is it okay if I sit over there?" To where they had already checked, and I showed them that I had a card, and they're like, "Yeah, go ahead." I was like, "Yes, so clever." So then on the way back, I was really bored because I didn't have my iPod, and I called my dearest Zach to tell him about how clever I was, and I'm going all out about how clever and how crafty I am, about how I snuck past those Deutsche Bahn control men. And right as I was saying that, I kid you not, they came back. What are the chances I'm going to be controlled twice in one night? And then they were right there. I couldn't pull any crafty moves. So then I had to be like, "Oh, I had no idea I was out of the zones. I'm an exchange student. I don't understand anything." But yeah, I still got a ticket. But the most embarrassing thing is the lady sitting across from me spoke fluent English, so she heard me tell Zach about how clever and how crafty I was for sneaking past them right as they come up to me again. Ugh. So that kind of sucked. Plus, I had a run in my tights. Forgot that word. Go English, yeah! Okay, I was just trying to think of more things to talk about, and then look. Wait. Look, I'm a friggin' arrowhead. So that's all I have to not talk about, since I did not talk about anything of substance today. But words of advice: do not download Words with Friends because it is the most addicting thing ever, even though I always end up losing. But leave comments. Actually don't, because this video was kind of not the best. But know that I am not dead, and I'm just lazy. And have a super great day. I just looked on the calendar and I saw that this Friday will be Friday the 13th. So good luck, everybody.